Easy. 4K from her, holding things down for TMX, the thrifty at that, and Rendezvous is out as well to see if she can hold things even more. Leah does have the Opry invested into this round, as well as Taro. She does have that Rendezvous too. But it's a bit of a reset here for SLR. They're going towards the C site.
Yeah, and I mean, we said SLR likes the C site, but do they like holding it? That's the question. Heart gets flash, another flash comes through, and now we're seeing another flash come through from Chobo. Tons and tons of util investment onto the C site. And I'm thinking SLR does not like to hold the C site after exactly what just happened. I don't think I would after all of that flash util, that investment. But I mean, post plant is looking a lot better for TMX. Leah having the operator could play with everybody else in Taro. Gonna be playing with the headhunter as well. So this is solid hold. If anybody peeks, it's going to be a detriment. You can see exactly where everybody is located. Tons of players right near default. Azayla trying to peek through, trying to get this pick off of Fawn, but we do see it. I mean, TMX just having the gun advantage.
The flank.
You have the operators who try to peek. You have to get aggressive, but you can't cover everything at once.
This round might be the pivotal point in the second half, and TMX, they're just warming things up right now.
Yeah, but C site. A lot of hold there, and I said this before, you know, you generally leave two people C, one person holding mid, maybe one garage, and that's exactly what's happening. SLR, they're going to have the chamber, Taro watching, but this might work long term. You can see Taro holding it with the op, so I think definitely taking out maybe Azayla. No, Azayla's going to back off, just recollect with the team in the C site here. The quietness that's happening is leading SLR to think, oh, okay, they're very quiet, they're rotating off C, and it worked.
They're getting so antsy here. The fact that there is no information there for SLR, except for that Aldrin that was tagged, and there's the Rolling Thunder, and I love this from TMX.
Yeah, but now they have the site. Taro's trying to watch for mid control, but that's a beautiful back off from CC. Not going to over-aggress, but it is going to be Leah that's actually going to do the exact opposite. Going to completely try to take over that mid control, but now C site is actually the control that we want to see. Where they were able to take the one, now the second. Soph in a very bad position is going to overswing, over-peak that. That's going to be a punishment in itself. There we have it. The shock darts are lined up. It's not enough. We still do have maybe the Brimstone Incendiary Grenade. The Orbital Strike is coming through, and that's going to do just enough. But is it enough now? It's a 1v2, and Mo's trying to take it. The defusal has to come through very, very soon. And now it's half. If the peak comes down, no, it's too late. And there it is. It's the clutch up. And we do have, I mean, Fawn just taking it.
Had the Orbital Strike, and I think she did it a little bit too early. And it did force them off the plant, the defuse, but they did have time just to hold it down, and that was so unfortunate. TMX, 8-10. What can they do in this round to even things up?
In this case, I mean, just losing a lot of players in their endeavor to take the site. So I actually do think that SLR's retake is super strong. They play very well with their util, and we've seen that in the last round. I mean, they just have so much force, they pressure, and they give that, and it works so nicely. But CC, like we have it, that information is going to be given. Fawn, no, right behind you, pay attention. It's going for the flank, but we do have another flank around. Leah's gonna kind of counter that, and that's gonna be the one down. CC unable to really have much advantage with that flank along, and we can see another one coming down. It's flank city today. Taro's gonna be able to get the one. Now it's the trade. Tons of players dropping. It can't keep happening that way. Now that SLR has to try to get this defusal, it is going to be the stun, but it's going to keep Leah on there. It's the half that had happened, but still, nobody's going to be able to continue that half point. And I mean, Team X is going to take it.
It really stopped SLR from getting the full value of their insane retakes, and that was just so well done. And SLR had so much going for them at the very start of the round, but then TMX, they were very aware that flanks could be coming in, and this is going to be a full save here for SLR, but Mo is in a very precarious situation. She does get one, but it is traded out, and there is that weapon upgrade for Chobo.
Oh no. No, the flashes just really caught Mo off guard. And Mo was fighting for their lives. You could see Mo. She was like, hey, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm going to try to get the spray through. And it just really didn't work as much as Mo probably would have liked it to, which is unfortunate because now that's going to leave Team X with one player down, and that's the smoke util. That control of the site is gone. But you can see Team X is still fighting for it. It's going to be CC. CC is able to get the two, but that's going to leave Soph with... I mean, all of this util. We have the ultimate coming down, but still able to get the pick with just the stun there. I mean, playing with the spike, it's going to be a Red Bull clutch. Beautiful. Soph is able to take it. There was that rolling thunder that had to come through, and honestly, at that point, I was like, wow.
Yeah, the plant placement was absolutely pivotal. It was a complete save though, so that was an insane amount of damage from SLR, just only using sheriffs and pistols that they had in hand. And they did so much economical damage, and there's that operator investment on for Tero. See if she can get any value out of it. That fault line is going to push her back, and so is the tag from the Al drone. And oh, I kind of predicted it by accident, but Tero gets the shoulder of the DC.
no.
That is so unfortunate. She wasn't tucked in. But CC with the lurk gets one. Maybe this can cause some chaos for SLR. Maybe draw some rotations out onto the C site.
I mean, possibly, but you have Leah waiting right there on logs. Waiting for the push, but is possibly going to get flashed. Fawn is there waiting along, and it seems like they're going to hold the site this time for SLR. They're trying to keep it. The flash is there. Leah is flashed, but there, the smoke perfectly waiting for Fawn to hide behind, and that was perfect. It's CC with the 3K. I mean, the question is, will CC clutch it up? We've seen CC clutch up the thrifty rounds. We've seen CC, and they've been flourishing as the rounds continue. But it's Tero against CC, and an operator in hand. I mean, that is completely difficult. It's going to be the wraparound garage. Rotation there. Tero left alone on the site. Going to switch over to a Vandal because it's more of that insurance. But CC, I don't think CC knows that the stick is actually
she's
coming.
Just gonna hold the defuse?
CC's just going to wait.
I think she just thought she would just tap the spike. I am genuinely so surprised. Tero held the defuse. Pros do not fake, and she did not. And she did call the bluff. That was so well done. I'm so surprised right now. And then she was able to also grab the operator at the end of the round as well.
I mean, that was the best way the round could go, I feel like. Which is amazing. The fact that it was able to work out that way for SLR gave them that one up, and honestly, it could have gone the other way around if Team X had just peeked that. And I feel like it's also better to make sure that you're not getting faked out, just because of the fact that you never really know until you see. So there wasn't really that information to play with, and that was unfortunate for Team X, but they're going to try to redeem themselves in this round, but nobody's going to clear sewers. It's going to have to be CC, and CC's actually going to win out in that endeavor. But we can see all of this. The flank around is going to come through, but Chamber isn't down, so they're going to have that information here for Team X, knowing that Leah's coming around in that flank, but watching the corner here, it's going to be Mo. Leah might actually be able to catch it out, but no! It's the beautiful headshot that comes through, and Team X, spectacular job at holding the site. They don't really need much except for each other. And Tero with the operator once again. Maybe a difficult retake here.
Yeah, she might just... Never mind. She does not save it all because CC does not allow it. A 3K from her at that. Having CC have a pop-off round, it converts into round wins. And we've seen that before when it was, I'm pretty sure it was like 6 to 8. She converted a 4K. And that was also a prime coming flawless at that for SLR because they are forced on an eco. And TMX are right on match point, possibly.
Yeah, but it is going to be Chobo with only a Marshall. I mean, the Marshall this long distance could technically work. If Chobo is able to handle it and have it in hand, I honestly think maybe, never mind. Just as I was saying that, there's like a ton of util completely being dropped down on Chobo. And I feel like they used all the reinforcements there. They were like, hey, we're bringing the backup. You're done. Get out of here. You know, we're not playing in the kiddie park anymore. But it is going to be the win for Team X. And oh my goodness.
Difference between when they were defending there, when on the retakes they struggled with using Soph's tool and pushing through with it, and now they have been, and it's just working so well for them. They're on match point now. They did utilize a lot of ults for taking C site on the save for SLR, but they did, you can just tell they wanted to get to that match point. They did not care if it was an eco round or anything. And the Rolling Thunder is going to help clear the site all the more. Same with the Flashpoint just behind.
That's dangerous too, because that Rolling Thunder pushed everybody back. And I mean, it might be a little bit more dangerous for Team X. They kind of allowed SLR to pressure back. They didn't necessarily catch anybody out as well, as since Terrell was able to get that TP down.
Oh, the sound cue.
Oh, but perfect. Soph is playing for the flank. Leah's gonna wide swing it, but was the 1v1 actually what you needed? It seems like it's not. It's actually going to be a detriment. That's gonna be a punishment as well. Tons of util being invested. You can see the spike still there. They're playing for all of this. They're trying to play with the spike. They're trying to wait it out, and Fawn is going to be left alone. Attempting to take it with Chobo, but Chobo is going to get that defusal down. Just needing one more. It's a 1v1, and if they're able to take it, I mean, it might work out, but in the end, it is going to be a Red Bull clutch. Azayla waiting for those cues, waiting for the sound cues, waiting for the perfect moment to strike.